Hey guys, welcome. Good to see you all. Meso, you might fall asleep. I understand. Carl Conquest, Marcus Blob, Nyexor, not near. I always say Nyexor, but it's Nirxor. I'm guessing Narxor. Anyways, and catch his stream. I appreciate that, Carl. That's encouraging. Isaac, always one of the first in, too. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Zero World, aka Zazzy, good to see you. Alrighty, well, this evening we are back on the village, finally. It's been an extremely busy week for me, so I haven't been able to actually get on and do anything. But tonight, we will be able to finish Meso's tree, at least. That will be our goal. Valdar just pledged their allegiance. I knight thee, Valdar. Or I dub thee Knight of the Red Clan. Thank you so much for that, Valdar. I appreciate that. The support is encouraging and keeps me going. I appreciate that very much. Tiger Bread. Hey, long time no see. Good to see you. Nirxor. I gotcha. Nirxor. Gotcha. All right. I'll try to remember that for next time. I may also fall asleep. Won't lie. Hey, I understand European time zones are not friendly for this time of the evening. However, I can't help it. Just got home from work, and it's been a very busy week. So I'm kind of lucky I was able to get on and do this as is. But yeah, it's been crazy week. Got a whole bunch of yard work done at least, so there's that. Alrighty, so tonight's goal is we're gonna try to get Meso's tree sorted out. Hopefully we'll be able to get a good bit done. I would also like to try to start getting some stuff for mushrooms and things around, because I thought a good idea would be to add like mushrooms around the build. Could add an interesting flavor if you ask me. Tree stream. Now imagine that being by the voice actor of Joe Swanson. Sammy Hang, good to see you. Good to see you. But yeah, working on a tree this evening. There will be more content this evening, I'm sure. We'll be doing some other stuff, but tree first, because that is what needs to be done. Slowly but surely, we will get progress done on this village. It's been very, very, very slow of late, but progress nonetheless, I suppose. Alright, so with these mid-sized branches, we don't really need to do all that much with them. They're just basically transitioning between the large branches and the small branches, so I hate to go straight from large branches to small branches because it just has a, it doesn't feel quite right. So I like to use these medium branches as a sort of transition. Makes them look nicer. So I hope everyone's had a good Friday. Hope everyone's had a productive Friday. Or I'm sorry, it's not Friday. Feels like a Friday. Man, it's been a rough week, so I was like, I'm thinking it's a Friday. But it's not a Friday. A good Thursday. Hope everyone's had a good Thursday. What'd you all do today? Terraforming done. Yeah, same for me. I've been wanting to get on for some time here as myself, but it's just been real difficult for me to get on and do anything. Oh, man. That's life. Since I saw it, already seen like 7 new types of blocks I've never seen before. Yes. Conquest Reforged. That's what we're in right now. We're using Conquest Reforged in Survival. And it really adds so much to the game. And, it's kind of hard to even want to go back to vanilla, after doing this for as long as I have. I appreciate vanilla. But now that we have Reforged in Survival, it's really awesome. Carl Conquest, thank you so much. I knight thee, or I dub thee, Knight of the Red Clan. Appreciate that support. I went up to London yesterday. Nice, nice. How was that? Was it a good trip? A successful trip? So I'm supposing that means you are British. How is it that the British pronounce themselves? Hey, wrecked. 11 months. Holy cow. Wait, you've been subscribed for 11 months? Goodness gracious. Well, thank you very much, Wrecked. I appreciate that. Your continued support is always an encouragement to the channel. Well, more so to myself than just the channel. But it's I appreciate you there, Wrecked. I really do. I've been meaning to get back to your message you sent earlier. It's hard to really kind of explain that because I really just, you know, I'm very inspired. Very inspired. Once you go zero, you never go far. That's right. That's right. I'm very inspired to, like after we're done with the inside of this village, you know, what if we, if the spawn town is not done by then if it's not done, then I'll come up to spawn town and I can focus on building some houses and stuff. But you know, that's something that's been really awesome about this village is mostly all the resourcing's been done by the rest of the group. I mean, I did take some resource evenings here and there, but you know, primarily my whole goal and mission on what we've been doing here has just been pure building. So I haven't had much time to do much resourcing. So, you know, once we go up to the spawn town, I don't know if that changes, it'll be more difficult for me to be able to get resources and whatnot. So that's just something I'm gonna have to consider. But honestly, yes, I would love to just, you know, after this episode, I'm gonna come up and we're gonna build something together. Wrecked, how's that sound? Either that or, you know, whatever. Honestly, it's, you were talking about being demotivated from survival, and I'm not necessarily demotivated from survival. I'm really enjoying this. Bad Ronin, thank you so much. Wait, is gifting one? Oh, I see. There we go. Wrecked, thank you so much for that. And Ronin, I dubbed the Knight of the Red Clan. We got a hype train going. Holy cow. And we got another one. Nirtsor has now been gifted a tier 1 sub by Carl. I dubbed the Knight of the Red Clan. Every time I do that, I always like flick my wrist like I'm holding a sword right at chat. I dubbed the Knight. But yeah, that's, I would like, I'm very inspired still for survival. So, you know, while, you know, there are some things about what's going on, it's kind of bummed me out. But other than that, I mean, other than like those little trifling things, I'm still very inspired to continue building in survival. Even though it's a time-consuming thing, you know, it's a very time-consuming thing. But I do get more of a sense of community out of survival, and that's my enjoyment for it is when, you know, people are on and actually building together. There's just something very fulfilling about that. And creative, you don't quite get that community feeling, at least not as much. I'm sure it's possible, but it's not something that I've really experienced in my time building. I usually get the most community involvement in survival. Lobins, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. I'm supposing those animated emotes are a new thing because I've just started noticing those recently. down there. And I guess we'll throw down a few more branches over here as well. Captain Jack, gifted by Valdar. Holy cow, man, all these gifts. You guys are crazy. Well, thank you guys so much. Captain Jack, I dub the Knights of the Red Clan. Good to have you. And no. Okay, I don't know what this. Love your channel. Okay. Olivia Croc. I'm not going to be clicking on that, but I'm not quite sure what you're referring to. Generally, first-time chatters coming into the channel with a link is not a good sign. Holy cow, Red. See, you guys are all thinking about this hype train thing, and I'm like, what even is a hype train? What am I supposed to do with a hype train? Shmosh, J-Mo Shmo, I dub the Knight, Shermo Beaver, Ton Bach, Mysterious Stains, and Ragthagar. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Pootsin, good to see you. Link is saved, don't worry, I checked. Okay, I appreciate that, Tiger. I always appreciated you, Tiger, because you've always been a really good stream mod. I remember that back in the day. I could always depend on you to be a... You know, that's one thing that my channel majorly lacks is actual mods. Like, I give people the mod rank, and then they, like, don't care about the mod rank. They don't do anything with it. So, it's good to have you, Tiger Bread, because you're, like, the only one that I can remember that actually has any decent understanding of what the mod rank is. We get them special emotes. Yes, yes. Some bum trying to rickroll you, Duke. Yes, yes. This badge is hard-earned. It is. It is. But I hope that you guys are having a good day. Hope you guys are staying creative and building lots of awesome stuff. So, Tiger, what have you been up to lately? Now, I haven't heard much from you in the recent days, so what have you been up to? 2 months, Zero World. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Again, guys, the support is huge. It really is. All right. And out 2 there. And to think we still got small branches to do. Oh my. So Meso, what do you think about your tree? Is the tree decent? Is it gonna be decent? I gotta find leaves for your tree too. We don't have any leaves really. So I'm gonna have to go find some acacia leaves somewhere. I'm gonna need to grab myself some more branches while I'm at it too. Are you guys seriously going for the next hype train level? Like, I legit don't even know what a hype train is. Like, what does it do? What does a hype train do? Which is going to be finishing with for good in a few weeks. Oh, Tiger Bread, that's awesome to hear. I bet you're excited. Finally get that behind you. I know that college stuff can get pretty time consuming. But, I mean, obviously. Let's do some more of those. Yeah, there we go. We got special emotes. Okay, well, if that's all it is, you know, special emotes, sure. I always use the same emotes. I am such a plain individual, you know? It's like, I don't even care about all that. I'm just a very, oh my gosh. How are we gonna get up there? I think right here, right? Not even right there. See, we have to get up this branch somehow. Perhaps right here? I think right there will work. Oh my gosh. This is frustrating. It has to be right here. Finally, we found the hole. Anything but plain. No, I am very plain. I'm a very, what do you call it? Like, you know, a lot of people get in, you know, when in content creating, you get into all the fancy stuff. I am far from fancy. Oh, goodness gracious. Valdar gifted another 5 subs to Minecraft Mom, Blue Acoustic Game Donge. Love it. Ash Half and Pixels. Thank you so much, Valdar. I appreciate that. And I knight all of you. What do you call it? Knights of the Red Clan. Something like that. For whatever it's worth. To graduating so I have more free time again. Maybe I'll try to get Conquest working again. Well, I hope you do there, Tiger Bread. Conquest has definitely made some leaps and strides, and would always be amazing to have you back. We miss you, man. I know, at least I do. I miss you. Azrea, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Puts you a little higher in the algorithm during a hype train. Nice, nice. Yeah, like I said, I don't even know about all that. You know, it's the one thing that I need to work on is, you know, there's a lot of things that I need to work on in terms of a channel, but, you know, I'm kind of like past the point where, like, I don't even care about the growth anymore. It doesn't even, like, cross my mind anymore in terms of, like, what I need to do in order to grow. Like, I've totally lost all motivation to do that. Welcome to communism. Okay. Is the Zen monk of the concentration. In its purest, rawest form. Plain rice, plain fish. Exactly, exactly. Oh my. I think that's all of these branches. Oh wait, we still got to get these down here. All right. We'll go right, go this way. The small branches are always the hardest, considering how crazy they get. The small branches go all over the place. These medium branches are not so bad, considering they're just kind of a transitioning type of thing. Looks like we lost a block right there. Mod abuse! Speaking of mods, I don't even know why you're not a mod there, Rect. I guess I need to... How do we do this? There we go. Yeah, there we go. Another mod to join the ranks. Alright. I don't know why you weren't a mod. How do you mute people again? But anyways, yeah, so we're building a tree. This tree is a very large tree, so it's going to take us quite some time and a lot of resources, but ultimately, by the end, we should have a decent looking tree that will hopefully give us great satisfaction and a good backdrop for our village. But ultimately, we got to get to that point first. It just takes time. You know, really, I guess you know what? We're just going to keep that there. Because we're going to have to get back up there anyways. So we're just going to keep that there for now. There we go. Plug your ears. Oh, I don't even mute people again. Crafty answer there, Dark Eater. Crafty answer. Okay, so we're going to go grab some more scaffolding while I'm thinking of it. Kurgan, I knight thee. I keep getting it backwards. I for some reason I keep wanting to say I knight the dub of the Red Clan, but it's I dub the knight of the Red Clan. There we go. Thank you so much for that, Rect. I appreciate that. Man, Rect is just gifting like crazy tonight. You guys are crazy. Crazy awesome. Appreciate y'all. Was that random? Apparently everybody is getting gifted subs tonight, so, you know. It is a very... it's a very giving evening, a very charitable evening. Alright, so let's get this side over here. We got it there, and then we got to get this side over here. So we're going to go ahead and climb right here. Right? No, got to come out one. There we go. So did everybody have a decent week in general? Crazy for you, it would seem. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. I'll be honest, kind of needed the encouragement. It's just been one of those weeks. So it means a lot. It means a lot. All right. I guess we'll just kind of come up like that. Maybe one more on top. And I'm thinking we can probably throw one right about... I hate to do this. I guess we're going to go ahead and do some dirt. Dirt's one of those things that's just kind of, it's not necessarily a throwaway resource, but at least now I can get over here and place that branch. It's amazing how much goes into building a tree in survival. Like, and can you imagine doing this, but with the actual branches of Conquest? Oh my goodness, I would go crazy. I am not doing that. Absolutely not doing that. This is far too complicated as it is. Okay, very good. I think that is everything. Medium branches, all those are taken care of. All of those are good. Those are good. Everything looks like it is. Yeah, it all looks. Yeah, it all looks good. So now we're gonna go ahead and transition to small branches and do the next phase. Am I hearing excuses? Wait, excuses for what? What is this shout out thing? Choo choo, share them hype trains. Wait, well then, thank you. Goodness gracious, I'm falling behind in chat. What is this shout out thing now? Shout out thing? What? There's a shout out thing? Where's the shout out thing? Donate 25 block tree and vanilla since yesterday. Fun stuff. I'm sure they're low bins. I appreciate that, Zazzy. I really do. It's yeah. It's just for me. It's just been one of those weeks where I've barely been able to get on, and it like for a content creator not being able to get on and do stuff, and you know not reaching. You know, for example, I have goals for this week, stuff that I wanted to do, and then, you know, I was planning on getting on the evenings, and when I don't reach those goals, it's like majorly demotivating for me, and I'm like, it's like it gives me that sort of like factor: should I continue? Like, you know, should I keep going? But I'm a very goal-oriented person. So it's really hard for me to, what do you call it, roll with the punches kind of thing. So it's just kind of the way I am. Excuses for using all the branches. Oh yes, that is 100% Kurgan. That is an excuse. I wholeheartedly claim that as an excuse, and I do not regret or what do you call it? I do not, I am not ashamed of that excuse in the least. In the least, yeah. I am not using those branches. Well, dang it. I guess what we'll go ahead and do is throw one of those in there, and then we'll take there, yeah, there we go. That's what we wanted. And then we'll do one branch out like that. We don't want to get too close to those fires over there, though. Alright. Still up, catching up with chat. Yeah, good. Alrighty, so there is one section of branches done. And we gotta get this one out of the way. So I think what we'll do, I'm curious. I guess we can't. All right, well, we'll just do it this way. This should be fine. Come out. Out another. Over. And I feel like we should kind of come out this way. Something like that. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Ay, ay, ay. Hey, King D, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just trying to build a tree. In survival, it becomes a task, to say the least. But you know, I'm not too bothered by the difficulty of it. You know, it goes, you know, it keeps going back to it's fulfilling. It just takes more time. But yeah, once we get this covered in leaves, we're really not even gonna notice any of this branch work that we're doing right now. Nobody's gonna look up and notice it. You know, honestly, it doesn't even look that great, but you know, it's something. It's something, and it adds. It adds. It adds for sure. No fire extinguishers yet. I'm sure we can make one though. I'm sure that somebody somewhere has been able to make a fire extinguisher. A fire extinguisher for Conquest. There's always that possibility. Conquest is a diverse pack. You know, I've seen people build, you know, very modern, very awesome stuff. You know, I've always been amazed. Like there are people out there that truly go all out on the modern theme, and it's really awesome to see how diverse Conquest can really be. I'm not personally interested in building modern. I'm a very medieval fantasy builder. It's just who I am. And of course, there's wrecked in creative mode, trying to make me jealous. No, you will not make me jealous. I refuse. All right, one more there. Very good. Just got an update on Conquest for Bedrock. Nice, nice. Yeah, I did see something about that. What exactly is on that update? Is there anything? Of course, there's Zazzy with. That's awesome. Love it, love it. Your dragon head is very fitting, Zazzy. I see that you are testing our tree, or our apple tree now. Does it meet your satisfaction? Fire safety. All right, so let's keep going out here. Let's see what we got. I would like to. There we go. Yeah, that's what I wanted. And we want to come out just a little bit so that we can place a few branches over here. Something like that. And then we want to kind of do another branch coming out like so. There we go. All right, and like I said, we're not even going to notice these branches. You know, by the time we're done, these branches are just going to be a side thing. You know, nobody's going to care. Tree seems secure and fireproof, it might add. Well, I mean, I do have, I thought I had fire protection. Nope, no fire protection. All right. Oh, well. Truth, it's Truth. A player here on the server has been nice enough to provide us with full suits of armor. Absolutely incredible. I mean, I couldn't ask for. Yeah, he just gave us so much. It's incredible. All the Duconians got full sets of armor through him. So technically, if you want to put it this way, this season of Duconia is sponsored by It's Truth. Because, you know, all of us Duconians were all too busy, you know, building and whatnot. There's just been no time outside of building to do resourcing and all that craziness out there. Right. All right. He made a fire extinguisher. That's awesome. Beastie Boy, good to see you. Welcome. Not going to notice them, but they have to be perfect under the leaves. Yes, yes. These safety standards are not up to scratch. You need to go fishing. You better go fishing. Yes, the good old AFK fishers. Unfortunately, I don't think the AFK fishers are a thing anymore. I think Mojang removed that capability. Kind of unfortunate because AFK fishing was like the thing back in the day. I mean, that was the thing. I mean, there are things to do, and then there is the thing. And yeah, AFK fishing was that. We had great fun. Oh, I miss those days. All right, let's put that right there. Good enough for me. But there is still a way to be done. Yeah, the beach. Yeah, I really like. There's. Hey, we had a lot of steam. We had a lot of steam for a while there, but it seems like, but you know, that's kind of natural. You get inspired, and then you're not so inspired anymore. But I try to, you know, I'm still very, very inspired. So I'll keep going. Add a little bit here and there. It's all you can do. It's all you can do. Okay. I always am trying not to fall. It's always the worst. You have a schedule or just whenever you can feel like it? Legitimately, I cannot. There is no way. I mean, I have tried many a time to set a schedule there, Beastly Boy, but it never works out. My life does not work like that. It does not work around a set schedule. It's one of those things where I have to stream when I can. And on my Discord, the best that I can give you is I can give you I'm going to stream in like 2 hours, or I'm going to stream in, you know, like today, for example, I knew I was going to stream this evening. So I posted earlier in the day, I'm going to start streaming in about 10 hours, you know? So I try to give as much warning as I can, but unfortunately I can't say Fridays or Thursdays are my stream day. It just, because, for example, next Thursdays, something can go on. Someone might want to go out to dinner, you know, somebody might need help. I don't know. Might have to work late and I'm feeling exhausted. You know, it's just, a wife might not want me to stream that evening because she wants to spend more time. There's too many factors. If I were single, life would be much simpler, but being a family guy, it's just schedules and gaming is just not really possible. I mean, unless if the only time that I really set up a stream schedule is if I'm off work. If I got a vacation and I'm just staying home, that's like the only time that I actually set up a stream schedule. I'll say, all right, guys, this week I'm going to stream this day, this day, this day, this day, at this time, at this time, at this time, at this time. You know, that's the only time that I've actually been able to set up a stream schedule, being off work, because, you know, I can spend much more time, you know, with my family. I can build my schedule around getting other responsibilities done. So there's just a lot of factors like that. Back in the day, I had something of a stream schedule, but that was before kids. And yeah, now with kids. And see, I'm not, for example, like you wrecked, I don't know how you do it every night. and go as late as you do. I simply, I couldn't do it. I have to be dead because I got to be up at 5 a.m. to get to work at 6, and I'm usually exhausted about, 11 o'clock is like my max. And generally, 9 times out of 10, I'm exhausted in the evenings. They ruin everything. Yes. And they have tired water. Very tired water. Yes, yes, yes. Falling and dying. Well, I do have feather falling. I do have feather falling boots, so I am decently okay. And comfortable to sleep in. I'm trying to keep up. And Lara is doing fantastic there, Tiger. She's doing very well. I'm not sure if you heard, but we're on our second kid. He's doing real well. He was born last September, so he's this coming September 9th, he's going to be 2 years old. Or I'm sorry, not 2 years. 1 year old. He's gonna be 1 year old. But yeah, his family's growing. Family's growing. I only stream like 2 or 3 nights a week now. It seems. I gotcha. Yeah. Well, I only stream about one night a week. But I would prefer. I mean, I wish I could stream more. Because it seems like the only time that I'm actually able to get any progress done on anything is when I'm actually streaming. Which is, not great because I would like to be making progress. Like, I would love to be on resourcing and doing other stuff, I would love to be building and just making progress. But just life doesn't work out like that. Yeah, and we'll just cover that with leaves. This will be fine. Something like that. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Cool beans, man. Here we go. We do need to put some branches down there as well. I'm going to have to go grab some more dirt. Kaiser Czar, good to see you. The Dukong clan is growing. Yes, yes. Yes, because I remember the last time that you were in this chat. Well, I guess, no, you were here recently. Relatively recently. But yeah, this is the first time that we're talking about family since you've been back around. But yeah, family is growing. But I think, I'm the type where if it happens, it happens, and, whatever. But yeah, two, I think is gonna be the end of it. But whatever comes is whatever happens. All right, so I think we're almost branched up. We got a few more over there. We got some up the top. But for the most part, I think we're almost ready to. Sassy fell from a high place. Oh my gosh. Oh, she has a bed right there. She was prepared. That's awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and bring you out. And then I think I would like to do that, and then let's do. No, I want to do this. I want to come out, and then out one more, and I'm out of branches. And while we're down here, we're gonna go grab some dirt. It also makes an interesting dropper game. Yeah, that's gonna be a big tree. It's gonna be awesome. And also, it's gonna have this type of leaves on it. It's gonna have the autumnal oak, the cherry blossoms, and I'm not too certain about the apple leaves. I think that's a little bit much. It makes it look a little bit too noisy, especially on a size like this. I think it looks fine, but when you get to a large tree like that, I feel like the apple leaves are a little bit overkill. So we'll just not put the apple leaves in. But if Meso insists, she can put those in later after we finished the tree. If you took the feather falling off, you just want me to die, don't you? Oh yeah, I need to get more dirt while I'm down here. So for those of you that have not actually seen our village yet, I guess we can do a quick little tour around. I'm sure that some of you possibly have not seen our village yet, so we'll go ahead and do that really quick. So this here is our fishing gate. Let me go ahead and eat some steak. So the fishing gate leads down to the lake where obviously all of the fishing happens. So right down here is our beach, and eventually we're going to have a lot more detail and structures and things down here. Ideally, we'll see where motivation takes us, but eventually there's ideally going to be a lot more detail down here. Docks and lots of fish and lots of neat stuff. So this is the north entrance. Eventually there's going to be a fortress up there on that mountain or that hill with a bridge that will lead to it. It's going to be called a Brock. And it's going to be very different. It's not going to be your stereotypical Brock. It's going to have a lot more fantasy elements that will add to its uniqueness and stylization. So coming down this way, this is the west side of our village. This here is a dwelling, and then we have another dwelling over here. Thomas made this dwelling here. Thomas is actually the one that developed our style. And then we kind of developed this sort of bell roof kind of style. And I think it turned out pretty good. That's our west gate. We'll see that later. This is our west entrance. We'll see that again later. If we come around this road here, this will eventually be the way that will lead us over to the fort on the other hill. And this will be the only way to the fort, except for there's going to be cliffs all the way around, and there's going to be a sort of like a cave that will lead in, and then a elevator shaft that will lead up to the fort. But if you want to walk the whole way in, then you're going to have to walk through here to get in. There's going to be a bridge leading over. So that being said, we got gardens back in here, all sorts of things. This is Thomas's garden. He has a little shrine back here. And then come over this way. Got a place to chop wood. I don't think I have any torches on me. I do. Good. Okay. So come over this way. We got ourselves a tree, and that tree has a tap in it where the sap kind of purifies water and it gives it some sort of magical property. I don't quite know what exactly, but it does something. There we go. All right, so I'm going to take this light off. Apparently, dynamic lightings really throws off my FPS for some reason. So over here, we have the well. This was built by, the idea of this type of well was by Meso and Secleton. And then Fingolfin came through and put this monolith on, or not monolith, but a statue of a deer using the obsidian. And then added the revamped it up and just made it into what it is now. So absolutely beautiful creation here, and I think it's just really unique and interesting, especially with that crying obsidian and everything. The obsidian just makes it so much more interesting. So here is our center apple tree. The apple tree is supposed to be an ancient and old tree, and the inside of the trunk is used as a message board. Okay. Now we're going to head this away. This is our horse paddock. So our stables is over there, and then this is sort of our mud lot. Somebody's horse is trying to get away. We did not horsify this lot. The horses can easily climb over the walls simply because that's just how Conquest Reforged works. This here is our smithy built by Saltheart, another Duconian of ours. We've got a little like apple tree shrine here by Fingolfin. I don't even know what this is. I made this. I just felt like this area needed something of that nature, so we put that in there. H tools to carve obsidian. My horse! Here we got a little granary. Still needs to be filled. We haven't really done any interiors yet. I'm hoping that we'll get around to that sometime soon. Here we got a couple smelters, because obviously we're in the Iron Age, and so we need iron. And to get iron, you have to smelt it. So we have a couple smelters there. Come up through here, we have a watchtower, and then we got some urns with the ashes of the deceased. And obviously some apple trees. Up at the top of the hill, we have an archery range that's still in production. So that is the Great Horn. So whenever the village is under attack or there's any type of reason to blow the horn, there's a tower right there. So someone would climb up to the top of that tower and blow the horn, and the entire valley would hear the horn of Dun Caledon. Here is Saltheart's home. He is our giant, and so he has a giant bed. Apparently he likes cats, so there's his cat there. But yeah, he's a giant in our lore, and also we have a mod that shows him as a giant in game as well. So this is our unfinished council building. I still need to add more to this. Legatus Dragon, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that, and I dub the Knight of the Red Clan. Thank you so much. Some boots thrown off there, and then this is the inside of our council hall. Still a lot that needs done. This is not detailed yet, but it is. The basic idea is there. So you guys get the idea of what's going to be in here. We just got to throw in some detail and make it colorful and really add in what's going to make this into a council building. So here we have a dovecote. I'm honestly not quite sure who built this. I came on one day and I saw it. So this, I would like to know who built the dovecote here. Basically, that's where you send messenger pigeons in order to send messages around. Another granary right there, another watchtower. So a fish without fins. This corner of the village has been his project. He's been building a house and then his garden outside. This area has just turned into a really beautiful area, and also his house is just incredible. Really liking the our adorable star. But yeah, this really turned out quite nice. We got another granary right there. We got a sail maker, because that was one of the professions that we really wanted to add in, was a sail maker. And then come over this way. There's Zazzy hiding behind the bush. So this is our pyre. This is our fire circle. This is where, festivities and, other type of religious events and things for the village would happen. As you can see, it perfectly lines up with the council building. Let's see what else. So we got a little birdhouse right here. This is one of the first details that our village had. I think Thomas made that or something, but that turned out quite nice. And then we come over this way, and this leads us to another well, which is not finished yet, but we're going to have a, this is a well where they would draw water from. Over here we have our smoker. So we are technically a fishing village, and so we have fish to be smoked. So this is our smoker. Saltheart built this. He did a really good job with it. So, but yeah, that's our smoker. And then of course we got to get around our tree here behind Meso's house. Meso is our town druid, so she's been making that right there. We're gonna come back outside here, and I'm gonna show you Fish's Quarry, which is right down here. That's Fingolfin's house, his fishing house. In fact, we're gonna go over there real quick. That's also Fingolfin's boat. Fingolfin made this beach. Now, Fingolfin's been pretty much focused on the exterior of the village, even though that's episode 4, so that's like 2 months down the road, so he has a lot of time to throw in details in here. And that's going to be a full episode for sure. But over here, we got a little fishing boat that's being made. Fingolfin's nickname is Floki. That shrine is still staying shrine. Is that the shrine? Yeah, there's going to be a shrine there eventually. There's Azzy, but we're holding off working on the outside of the village because we need to get the inside done. Whenever that will be. It can't be good for your lungs. Oh goodness. The puns are killing me. But yeah, the village, I really like that. You know, once we get that tree done right there, that's gonna make a really good backdrop for that gate. Yeah, that's gonna really add in some color. Zazzy, your horse is having a great time on top of that roof. So here we got a quarry on the north side of our village. This is the foundation to the fortress that will be there eventually. But this here is going to be, yeah, it's basically where all the stone for our village was quarried out. And eventually it's going to be all the way around our village, or all the way around the fortress. And there's going to be a dugout moat all the way around. Is that Roach? That's Zazzy's horse, so I'm not quite sure what she's named it. Let me make sure okay, 21 should be enough. I hope that it's enough. So all these fields, again, were done by Fingolfin. There's a lot of detail down here, a lot of things going on. Apparently a lot of bridges across that stream, too. I didn't realize that. But, yeah, there's a lot of detail up here. And we're going to head on up to the festival area, which is where Fingolfin's first exterior detail... Well, actually, I take that back. I think that... I think the boat was the first exterior detail that he did. And then he came out and did this up here. But yeah, this is turning out really nice up here too. I really hope that 20 is a good distance. I hope that we don't start losing chunks, because I really want to be able to look back and show you guys the village. Oh, no. Darn it. Okay, but anyways, yeah, we're just going to go up here and I'll show you guys this festival area really quick. So I need to remember to turn my render distance up to like 30 or something. But anyways, this here is the festival area, very colorful. This is where our festivities would take place. We as me and my fellow Draconians, we would have parties and things up here. But yeah, so that is our village so far. Unfortunately, it's rendered out, but you guys get the idea. We're gonna come in from the west face, and I'll show you guys what it looks like from down here. Here's the start to the stream. But yeah, I'm very happy with how this is turning out. Eventually we'll get out here and be able to detail stuff. Eventually, one of these days. But we're gonna come back through the west entrance, and that's sort of like the highlight entrance. This is the main entrance. The fishing gate is supposed to be a very low-key entrance. Like, nobody really enters through there except for like workers and whatnot. The west entrance is where everybody comes to see. You know, if you're coming to visit the village, you come through the west entrance. It's really annoying that it's rendered out, but it's just the way it is, I guess. I guess I need to up my render distance. But anyways, here's the west entrance. There's first sort of like a secondary walled bit that you got to get through first. So if we come through here, it leads through the first entrance, and right here is a rolling stone, and then that entrance would be closed off by a massive stone, which would be very difficult to get through. How many towns, villages, and other places of interest are there currently? Currently, I only know of 2. There's Conquest Hill, Callus's place over here. Actually, 3. Zazzy is making the Kingdom Come Deliverance place. But Conquest City is the main one, or Conquest Hill, should I say. Can someone sleep the night away? That would be awesome. Oh wait, I got a bed. I can sleep the night away. There we go. Giving you the Witcher monolith. Yeah. You know, we, I think it was Secleton's idea ultimately for the Crying Obsidian monoliths and whatnot around. But yeah, so that is this area, and then we come back through the west entrance, and we got like, sort of like a kill box in here. Got a shrine, and then this is the sort of kill box area surrounded by monoliths. And then I had this random idea to crisscross the monoliths at the top to sort of make this arched entrance leading in. I really like that. I think it turned out quite nice, and it just makes this very sort of defendable area leading up into the village area. Order Uber feasts. Yes, and Zazzy made us a feast down on the western slopes. In fact, that was here before we even really started much of this village. Uber feasts. But anyways. Alright, so we need to get back to building because I obviously don't have a crazy amount of time. So that was a tour of Dun Caledon and the surroundings. And now we got to get back to building this tree because that is the only way that we're going to get stuff done is by building it. And if we don't build it, nothing gets done. Hey, Creator B, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. We are currently in the process of tree building. Very time consuming, to say the least. Just, that happens all the time. In your place all day yesterday getting some of those chests filled. But yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Zazzy loves our roofs. That's her thing. She has to make sure that all of our roofs are what do you call it? Horse proof, She has to make sure our roofs are up to par. If she can't ride her horse across them, we have failed in our task, and we must redo it. So, Zazzy, is our roofs meeting your approval? Or have our roofs met your approval? Let's come down a little bit more. Let's do that. And now! Goodness gracious. We're almost done branching, and then we gotta start leafing. And I don't even have enough leaves. I don't have any leaves, really. So I don't even know if we have acacia leaves in our stock. And that's what we're going to need. And we're gonna go up again. Oh wait, I guess we need to put branches on this first. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick. Yeah, there we go. The roofs are beyond perfect. Okay, mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. As long as we meet Zazzy's approval, then I can sleep and I can rest in peace. I think I hear my kids screaming upstairs. Man, that is like the thing to do. That is kids. Kids, they always scream. Scream about everything. Wow this, wow that, wow, 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 wow. Oh, that's kids. Recton Blockhead, I know you guys are more than aware of the life of parenting kids. They are a task for sure. All right, let's throw a couple blocks in there, put you right there, and good enough for me. All right, so we still got to get those done. Got to get those done up there, and those are all done all the way up there. Those are all done. Got to get the very top. So let's head on up there and try to get those. Yeah, baby kids. Problem solved by Scream. Yes. Yeah, well, I mean the same for me. I could not handle kids without my wife. I have very little patience for a lot of stuff like that. Like if my kid does, like for example, yesterday we were outside, right? And I was completely focused on my task of mulching the yard. I had a big pile of mulch that I had to get around the yard, and I wanted to get it all done in one night. So my kid decides to pick up our hose, and it has one of those what do you call the attachments at the end to make it spray harder. Anyways, I'm gonna call it a sprayer for now. So anywho's, the water was off, but there was pressure still in the hose. So apparently, I wasn't there, but apparently he turned it around and he turned the sprayer on, and all of that pressure just right in his face. That kid was crying for half an hour, like scream crying for half an hour. Oh my goodness. But that's kids. That's what they do. They do stupid things all the time. All the time. And as a parent, you're just like, how am I supposed to deal with this? Like, what do I do? There's no handbook. There's like no, this is how you should handle this situation. No, there's none of that. It's all about, it's all about just dealing with it as it comes. Gosh, that could have been horrific. Picking up hose at this age. Goodness gracious. Oh, yes. Not quite, Kurgan. Not quite. But yeah. Kids are... they're something else. Our youngest, our youngest is still technically a baby. But, I mean, already I can see like huge differences between him and his brother. His brother has always been a very needy, very like attention, give me, it's all about me. Our second one is like, it's almost weird. Like, it's almost like he understands being considerate. Like, if you're busy, he tries not to bother you unless if he really needs something. Like, he tries his best not to cry for attention ever. Like, it's weird. It's just so strange. But our eldest, oh my gosh, attention, always give me attention. Attention this, attention that, and it's, whew. Emotional intelligence, I suppose. I mean, it's almost unnatural how good this kid is. But it's awesome though. You know, as parents, we're happy. We can actually take him places, and he's very good. Like he doesn't become overly zealous or like, you know, he's a good kid. And our eldest, he's a good kid too. He's just different. He has a different attitude about life, I suppose. But the attention this, attention that attitude, it does get very, it gets very taxing on a parent. That's true. I guess I need to eat some steak. All right, so we need to branch down there. We need to branch all that. We also need to branch all this over here. We are almost done, guys. We are almost done branching. So, you know, we're getting places. This is great. Usually a good tree should take about 2 to 3 hours to get a good tree done, at least in survival. And I think that this tree has taken more than that. I'm thinking that we're going on, let's see. Right now we're an hour in here. I don't know. I think about 2 hours. We spent about 2 hours on this tree so far. And this is the largest tree of Dun Caledon, and this will be the largest tree. There will be no larger tree than this. This is supposed to be a very bright, very fantasy tree. So it's very purposeful. in that I'm building this tree as large as it is. It's supposed to be big. There we go. Throw a few of those in there. And I'm out of branches again, so let's go grab some more branches. And I know my fiance is the one because she doesn't want kids either. You know, and kids aren't for everybody. There's no problem with that. Absolutely no problem with that. But the way I see it is, see, I am the type where I take advice from the wiser folk than I. Generally, the wiser folk are those with grayer hairs than I. They tell me that the most rewarding thing that you can possibly get out of this life is the fact that you've carried on a generation. And while it is an absolutely arduous task of raising children, the reward is far outweighing of the cons. Because kids are ultimately something that you carry with you. I mean, they are the only thing. Everything else passes away, but the only thing that carries on is the fact that you brought a child into this world, and that child has grown. Obviously, there's always chances of this or that, but still, you know, as a parent, to help nurture a child, like, and that's that's what I hear. But that's what that's how my understanding of it is. You know, to have a child, there's no more of a rewarding task than that. And they take effort. They take major effort. All part of a learning process. For example, me, I'm still learning of many things. But it's definitely a good type of learning. Jordan, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Significant others must be nice. Yes. I hope that all of us will have a significant other in times to come. But again, significant others aren't for everybody either. You know, it's some people, like, for example, my coworker is perfectly happy being single. He's, at least right now, perfectly happy. He could not be happier than just to be a bachelor the rest of his life. That's what he wants. He just wants to be a bachelor. So, everyone has their thing. All right, I think that is branched. I'm assuming I probably still have a few more to do over here. I think I still have some more over there to do, so we'll go check here in a second. Those who do not know do not grow. Master Uguay. Love it. This is true. Okay, we still got a branch right here. All right, so let's go ahead and get this done. Server crashed. Either that or I somehow got disconnected. Forcibly closed. Oh boy. I don't know what that's about. Let's see. Let's go over to the server chat. It doesn't say the server closed. Disconnected too, yeah. Well, fortunately, Rec's on, so perhaps we can get an easy fix. At least ideally. But in any case, let's go to our concept server for the interim. Take a look around. I'll show you guys kind of where we started. How did Dun Caledon begin? Let us find out. So, Over here was our first iteration of the village. Obviously, this here is kind of what we were originally, well, not what we were originally thinking. This was just kind of like me throwing down a generic size type of thing. And then we started thinking about adding a wall like this instead of all stone. I felt like this was far too much like a fortress. So we ended up kind of scratching that idea, and we went with something like this. This is what ended up being our wall here. And of course, we got a small little gate right there. So fish, I'm sorry, let's start over here. So these were our first concept ideas. I came on here and I started throwing down some houses. I did like this one in particular because of the monoliths on the outside, but these types of houses were far too generic. Like, you see this type of buildings everywhere. Rectangular houses are just like such a normal thing for, you know, and that's something that we really wanted to get away from. So we started going with this, and I was like, nah, I'm not too keen on that style either. Well, anyways, Thomas built this house, and I really liked it. And I think everybody else just fell in love with it. And we ended up going with this style. Oh, the host website's down. Okay, I gotcha. Well, things happen. And then I built this house, which is, when we converted to 1.16, it kind of blew up. So, but that's that. Over here is our next iteration. Built a homestead. And I really like how this one turned out. I like how organic it is. I really wanted something organic and weird and fun. And so we kind of went with that. And I really like that overall style of this. Eventually, once we get to the exterior detailing and stuff, I would like to build something like this on the outskirts of Duncaledon. Here is Thomas's village concept. He put in a lot of details in here. We got like a little shrine. We got a chicken coop back here. Little trees all over the place. There's just a lot of little details all the way around this. So it's just really neat to come back through here. In fact, this is where I got that urn idea. As you can see, those urns are there in the wall. And there's little cubby holes. And so I thought that would be a good idea for like ashes of the deceased. Got some gardening going on and whatnot. So it's just things of that nature. Then I kind of did this. I thought it was a good idea to do like a little industrial type of thing. I kind of imagined this as a industrial iron kiln. And anyways, we didn't really do much with that. And then of course we added some more things around. You know, we had different gate concepts. This is when I was trying to come up with the front gate design. And I figured, you know, this became too Nordic. You know, it's too refined. It felt too much for what we were doing. This ended up being our back gate. Oh, wait, no, this was our back gate. Yeah, I was coming with our back gate design there. And then of course this is our front gate design. I wanted something really weird and strange, something that really stood out as something different than your generic gate. And that's kind of where this started from. Django thought of the idea for these totem poles in the front, and that's ultimately why I like building in a group, is because I would never have thought of building something like that, this totem poles. But those ended up being a really good detail in addition to our build, and that's why I like building in a group, is because in groups everyone has these unique ideas that just adds so much. So right here we have a sort of an idea of the horn tower being developed. Lots of different designs here Secleton was coming up with. And this was sort of our development for the well here. So that turned out quite nice. This was the concept for our fire circle right here. Got some fields and things over here. I really like this, and honestly, I'm kind of thinking about implementing a sort of Celtic rune symbol like this inside our council building. to give it a little bit more character and make the floor feel like it's actually some sort of symbol versus just being all dirt. But I'm still thinking on that and seeing, because you want to be able to notice it from, you know, if it was just stone or something, it would have to be something very, very different. So we still need to finish the roof of the council building. As you can see, this one sort of flicks out a little bit. And we're still going to be adding in some more stuff later on. But for right now, we're still kind of in the development stage. So there's still a lot to be done. But yeah, this is sort of our final rendition of the village. We kind of just threw something together, and we threw some stuff down, and we didn't obviously this was not really our detail phase. We were just kind of throwing out an idea of what we thought it might turn out to be. It's funny though how in creative you just kind of rush along and throw things down, but in survival I find myself much more methodical about how I do things, because I want to get it right the first time. So I'm always I do not want to, what's the word I'm looking for? In creative, you know, like for example, if you set the wall like this, you know that you can just destroy the wall and expand it if you need more space. Whereas in survival, you have to think way ahead and know exactly what you need in order to fit and implement what you need to do for your build. And so I just find it very, you know, that's why I like survival. It's one of the reasons why I like survival, is I feel like it's just one of those things where I can really get into, and it makes me really have to think about how I'm gonna do things. So that's what I like about it. Here's Feng's house concept, Feng's festival grounds over there. And but yeah, that was our concept world. Also, we had a couple more. We had another Duconian with us at one point. His name was Boitmew, but he's kind of went off the map. I don't know what happened to him. But anyways, he was building this down here, and he's a really good detailer. Has great stylization ideas, and he was coming up with this sort of characterized build. He also built this over here, which I thought was a really good idea, a mausoleum. I figured that this would be a really cool thing to have maybe elsewhere around the surroundings of Dun Caledon. Some sort of like mausoleum like this would be really neat. But I really do like this. Obviously, we're going to have burial mounds and things of that nature too, but I do like the idea of that. Meso thought of something like this, something very fantasy, and I do like this, and I think that we should definitely try to implement something of this nature on the surroundings of Dun Caledon. Could make for a really interesting detail. This was the original idea for the storehouse, and so that's kind of why I came up with the design that I did for it, is because I wanted to make it multiple different circles, kind of like smushed together. So you like to see this as two circles, two circular buildings that are you know, put together. And so that's kind of what I did with the storage building over on the server, is I kind of just smushed them together, and then I put a third one to make for a what do you call it? A thingy-magummy, a silo for grain. So over here, all this is broken. This is all broke up because of, again, the transition from 1.15 to 1.16. Every time you convert, everything breaks. It's really kind of frustrating. It's one of the things about Reforged that I don't understand, but it just happens. When Darwin will update the version, hang on, all builds are going to get smushed, aren't they? Yes, everything on Darwin will get absolutely annihilated. So what I would like to do for the Brock is I would like to use large stones, large masonry, kind of like what we see here for the Brock. But I want to see, this feels very, very refined. I want to make it more natural looking. So I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do to make that happen. But ultimately, I would like to make, obviously not the style, but I'm just looking at the masonry, how large and how thick the masonry is. We'll have to figure something out. But yeah, I'm just thinking about large stones for the fortress. Smashed into the side of Slav. It's probably how it'll end up. Skara, yeah, Skara, Kovair, welcome. Scarab Kovair, welcome. Yeah, sorry, the server is down right now, so I'm gonna go check once more and see if we can get online. But apparently the host website is down, so it doesn't seem like we're gonna be able to get back on in the near future. If we don't get back online here in a few, I'll probably just go ahead and end the stream because I'm kind of inspired right now. They're looking into things. Okay. All right, so we got stuff going on. Still down for now. All right. So we'll go back to concepts then. Let me try to think. Maybe we can kind of develop something. Let me think. What can we do? I'm trying to think of something that's relevant to our current. Let's see. When we finish this tree, then we need to start working on. Let's see. We're gonna have to work on details around the smokehouse. Oh yes, let's do mushrooms. Yeah, we gotta do mushrooms. Let's do that over here. This seems to be our developmental area. So yeah. So one thing that we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna be building glowing mushrooms around our build, and it will add such a neat flavor to our build. So this here is what I use for the mushroom stalks. Is those blocks. All right. And then what we're going to use for the actual mushroom kind of thingamagummers is these. I think these. I try to find stuff with the worn plaster. It just adds such a better flavor. It just makes it look so much better if you have the worn look to it. It just, yeah, see that worn look just makes it look so much more interesting. And then there is gray too, but I only want colors in here. I don't really want any of the solid colors. That totally came out wrong. I don't want any gray is what I'm trying to say. Are never gonna be sober, are they? Just chatting, streamer. I made on Darwin was one of the last builds I did. I did not see it on Darwin. Oh, that's interesting, Tiger. I'd love to see that. You have any screenshots? Yeah, I'd love to see your Brock. So this is what I'm thinking for. So right now, oh yeah. Before we get to that, let's do the pot. Let's do the pot. Or the cauldron. Salt suggested iron. None of this iron really stands out to me being. No, none of that really stands out to me. I'm thinking something like andesite, possibly. Yeah, I'm thinking andesite. So let me show you guys what my thought is. So. Let's just kind of throw something down and see what happens. Dad, I will have the screenshots. I've seen like 2 laptops since. Ah, I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see what you did, but I've never seen what you did there with that Brock. And yeah, obviously we got a Brock coming up, so I'd love to see what you did to make yours. All right, one. Wait, no. Let's start a little bit shallower. I'm trying to think here. How do I want to do this? It has to be this. No, it doesn't have to be that. Maybe it can be this. Thinking here, guys. No, it can't be that either. All right, so let's try a 2. Okay, I now see that the server is starting, but we got to do this anyways. We have to develop this. So let me do this first, and then we're gonna go back to the server and continue. All right, and we're gonna do a 3, 3, 3, 3. We're gonna do a 1, 1, 1. I mean, honestly, I don't want it to be like that. But how do we change that? How do we change that without it being absurd? You know? Let's try it like this, perhaps. See, that's what I don't know what to do with, but perhaps doing this method will work. Let's just see. We'll do a 2 there, 2 there, and a 2 there. Remove all you guys, and then remove all you guys. And then we're going to need some stair blocks at the bottom. Something like that. Very good. And then we're going to need to come up a little bit higher. These mushrooms going to be long or girthy, because ultimately size doesn't matter in case it does. It's how girth. Goodness gracious. Alrighty. Yeah, I haven't decided yet there, Zazzy. But yeah, this is a good thing though. We do need to be over here developing our ideas for what's going to be going on in our village. So this is what I have as a pot idea. I don't know, what do you guys think about that? This massive cauldron. 2, 2, 2, and 2. But the only thing is it looks too boxy, you know? It looks a little bit too boxy. But see, the thing is, if we do it this way, like for example, like if I were to do it this way, which would make it feel less boxy, kind of, then it would make it feel more boxy in here. See what I'm saying? So like, what do we do to change that? I built it after firsthand experiencing a load of rocks up in the very north of the Highlands. Nice, nice. Yeah, I have a strong fascination for that kind of thing. I am honestly becoming very fascinated with Celtic and the overall style of it. There we go. And then I guess one thing that we could do is maybe throw down some of these on the bottom. Right? And then there could be a fire going underneath. You can move the stair blocks here a block up. So basically what you're saying is just make it smaller. Make it only like 2 or 3 blocks instead of this much. I guess what we could do, we could remove that whole top layer, right? What if we remove that top layer and then we just do that? 1, 2. I don't think we technically need that top layer, right? That way it's a little bit more accessible, right? I think that this is fine. This is fine. And then we got to do the most important bit, and we got to decide if we want to use iron or if we want to use Actually, I don't think we can use iron. I need beams. Beams. Do we have any iron beams? We do. Okay, but you know, no, we need to use iron beams. All right, so this is gonna be tricky because that does not fit our style at all. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I don't think that that fits our style, really. What are your guys' thoughts? I don't know how to change the orientation of this correctly. That one's easy. These red painted iron beams, 4th railing bridge incoming. There is that rusty iron stuff, yeah. The modern era shenanigans I'm playing. Dark oak might look close enough to... The thing is I'm trying to find these. So it's either that iron texture or we can do this. Come on. Which do you guys prefer? I mean, honestly, those wooden stakes are not that bad. I think that that's actually probably okay if we just did it this way. That's not too bad, actually. Why can't I place these correctly? There we go. What do you guys think about that? Wood is better. Yeah, I do like the wood. I do like the wood. And then we got to kind of figure out, and yes, I will be over there soon there, Blockhead. I'm just trying to, it's over now. Use darker wood. Unfortunately, that's the only type of wooden beams of that type that we have. We don't have another, type. So then around the base, there would be a fire pit. Okay, so now we gotta kind of figure out how that fire pit's going to look. So I'm gonna get in there with some kind of stone. Let me think. What kind of stone would look good in there? Maybe we can use the granite cobble, or actually no. Let's use a mixture of the gray whack and, let's see, what else? Yeah, let's actually use that. Let's use the mixture of these two. We'll do that, and then we'll do that, all right? All right, so we're gonna kind of come around, and we're just gonna kind of throw those blocks in there, kind of just however. Whatever works. Something like that. And then we're gonna get some coal. I would use burning coal, but it takes obsidian to make burning coal. And that is not an easy thing to get. Okay, and then we can do campfires. I'm thinking we can just kind of spam campfires under here. No reason to get overly crazy with that. Just put that like right there. I mean, what do you guys think about that? It's not too bad. Server is lost. Oh no, is it down again? No, my MC client isn't retrieving my account information. Oh no, server go boom. What about the branches? Oh, yeah, that's actually a good idea there, Scullage. That's a good idea. Might be like one of the only times I'll ever use these branches in survival. But we'll give it a try. Let's just see here. There is those. You know, I like it. I don't think that's too bad. What do you guys think about that? Yes, we can there, Iceake. I mean, it just looks like normal water, but you can waterlog everything. See, just like that. Ah, bucket. Okay, I think that's everything. Yeah, there we go. So there we go. Now we got a sizzling pot. Hey, look, and see, that's actually really good because the smoke actually comes up through it all. Yeah, that's actually really good. I like that. Try the thicker version. Oh, there's a thicker version, isn't there? Okay. Apparently there's a thicker version. I'm guessing it's this one. That one doesn't have much of an angle on it. Let's try this one. Unfortunately, that one doesn't quite do the trick. I like this one because it's angled well. Is there another thick one that works like that? Is there this one? That's a corner. You know, let's try the corners, actually. You know, that's actually not too bad. We can just use the corners. All right. I mean, I could do that. What do you guys think about that? Told you to, Girth. Ever add different liquids like oil, tar, muddy? That would be awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, but I do like this. I think that really has a good effect. And then we got to have like a ladder to get up to it. Yeah, I do like that. All right, and then we got to figure out like a ladder to get up here. So perhaps what we can do is like make a little bit of a platform up here type of thing. So like we'll use a ladder to get up, and then up here there would need to be a platform. I'm assuming we could probably use, let's find our wood, and let's try spruce. Let's just see. Okay, we don't have what we want there. I know we have what we need here, so we'll use this guy for now. So something like that. Right there. Yeah, that definitely looks more stable now. I do like that. We got to figure out a way to support that. I think I know what to do. Fence. I need fences, and I need rustic fences, right? Yeah, that was my shoot. What do I do there? I think it was this guy. Oh yeah, I see. That was a 2, I think. Or is that a 3? No, that is a 2. Okay. All right. Okay, so the fence doesn't work. This is outside of... So Meso is our druid. So it's kind of like our druid type of thing. It's like herbs and things of that nature. Not to cook people. Although that's what you would think so. Why is this music so intense? It's awesome music, though. It is Witcher music. I've always been a huge fan of The Witcher. Okay, how are we going to support this? Let's try that fence stuff again. Fence. See, this is the thing. Why do fences connect with ladders? That makes no sense. Okay, well that kind of does the trick. It doesn't really connect though. Why so big? Bit sus. It's part of the detailing aesthetic, because if we were to make it smaller, it would not really stand out. This is something that is supposed to feel very different. It's one of those stylization techniques that I think that just adds to the build. What was I gonna do? I need something on the back here. Beams. Beams. Why did I not think of beams? Goodness gracious, beams. I know exactly what beam I want. I just gotta find it wherever it is. Here it is. I always like the tarred spruce for some reason. It's what I always use. There we go. Yeah, and it can be kind of random. It doesn't have to be perfect. Get up here. Yeah, not too bad. Big enough to feed the village. There we go. And we'll have flowers and stuff over it. And the idea is this is going to be right next to one of these mushrooms. So, excuse me. What we can do is like kind of build a mushroom nearby. So let me just kind of throw up a basic... I'm not going to detail the mushroom. I'm just gonna kind of throw up something really quick. Oh yeah, and we need something for the gills. What do I use for the gills? Let's use something natural. There's chalk. And I think that's it. Chalk isn't too bad, so we can kind of throw down some chalk and just see what that looks like. There we go. But just remember, I'm not detailing this mushroom. We're just kind of throwing something down just to kind of get the idea. But unfortunately, you guys will not get the idea unless if we detail it. But, yeah, so we're just gonna throw something down. You know, the layers and how everything works that way is going to make the biggest difference here. But yeah, something like that, I suppose. Maybe a little bit taller. Just looked up the tons of website and servers are down. Interesting. Okay, so another one of those hack job things. Sure, I'll believe it's not for cooking units. Well, maybe if we made it out of something other than andesite, maybe? I don't know. Well, see, the thing is there's going to be flowers and stuff around it, Tiger Bread. So, like, up here, there's going to be, like, herbs and things. I'm not really in... Well, I guess since the server's down, we could just go ahead. Check out the dead coral blocks. Interesting. That's a good idea, actually. Where are the coral blocks? All right. Coral. Here we go. Yes, here we are. Let's try that one. Let's see what that one looks like. That one's pretty nice. That one's pretty nice. Honestly, I like this one the most. So yeah, I mean, we could, I mean, technically we could make it all the coral. But see, the thing is, there needs to be layers of the block actually there, Zazzy. It needs to be able to be layered. If we can't layer it, then it's not going to really work because it's going to be smooth. By the time we're done with it, it's going to be smooth. It's going to have all sorts of different block types throughout. Doesn't have mushrooms that could be placed on logs like coral fans. Yeah, that's actually a good idea there, Dark Eater. Then we need to add that in. No cooking, just boiling. I guess we could just kind of add in some detail to this mushroom just while we're here. But yeah, then we add in a little bit of this just to break it up a little bit, make it feel a little bit more. I know it looks like brick, but you know, from a distance, you're not going to notice that. There we go. Has been down for a good while too. Could be any coincidence though. How do you get all those different stone types in survival? I like to get wrecked. Made it possible through a mod where you take vanilla blocks, you throw it into a stonemason's bench, and then it gives you all these different options that you can convert the vanilla block into. So it's really helpful and it's awesome. It, like I said before, I think I said this before, I was very skeptical about giving it a try, but ultimately I've really been enjoying it, and I think it's a really good way of using Conquest and survival. So it's been good. It's been good. You know, and I guess we just keep going. The server is back up though, but I think we got a good idea now for that area. Although it's not going to be this, like that pot is going to be clear of the mushroom because we want that smoke to be able to go up in the air. But the mushroom will be far enough back where it will not overshadow the cauldron. Honestly, I'm even thinking that we could use a different type of, let's see. We could probably, because we use spruce, maybe we could use something different, like maybe even like beech. We could use the beech branches instead. Just the sheer want to play. Well, I'm glad that you're on there, Zazzy. Again, you've been a very much of an encouragement to me, and I'm sure to many other people as well. Very nice mushroom. But yeah, in survival, it'll be much different. It'll be much different. And also, it will not look like, the end product will not look like a pot to cook people in. And we're down for maintenance. I'm thinking it's probably a authentication thing. Minecraft is just being strange right now. I would like to at least get this tree done tonight. Would be very nice. We'll probably be stuck on encrypting. Try again. Doesn't look like it's gonna work. May need to restart your client though. Yeah, let's try that. Alright, so we're going to do the BRB screen, and I will try restarting the game. See if that gets us the results that we are looking for. But if you do, you may not be able to re-authenticate. Yeah, that's probably true. Well, I restarted the game, so we'll see. Ah, yes. Now I'm having trouble with my Mojang. It's stuck on loading. Alrighty. Well, guys, I think that's probably our night. I can't log back on, apparently. Alrighty. Well, that's too bad. Yeah. Family time. Alrighty. Hey, guys. Thank you so much. It's been a good evening. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do what we wanted to do, but that's all right. There will be more time for that. I'm thinking our next stream will probably be Saturday. Tomorrow will be a family evening for me. I definitely need that. And then, yeah, Saturday evening. And I'm playing on a long stream on Saturday. So, no family time. But I'm playing on a long stream on Saturday. I'm purposely taking out a bracket of time to get on here and do some work. So I will be on probably, I'm going to say 2 p.m. on Saturday Eastern Standard Time, and I'll probably stream straight through into later in the evening. But yeah, I really want to try to take out a bracket of time and get some stuff done on Dun Kaladin. That being said, hope you all have a great night. I'll see you around. I'm going to see if there's anyone that we can host. Nope, there is not. All right, that being said, y'all have a good night. I'll see you on the next one. Till then, bye-bye.